Greetings, Pokemon fans and friends. Welcome back to JD's Nerdverse. Today we are doing a prediction video for the optimized version of Aipom. We played through Aipom last week. We did pretty good in that playthrough, but I think we can do better. So we're going to go over what we're going to change and what's going to be better with this Pokemon. I hope you like the little gift guys. I hope you like the shiny version. I don't really like the shiny version of this Pokemon. I think it's pretty lazy, but I hope you like it. But let's go ahead and transition over to Bulbapedia.bulbagarden.net, and we're going to go over the stats and everything with this Pokemon. First off, this is Aipom, the long-tail Pokemon. It is a little monkey thing, and it does not evolve in this generation. In other generations, it does evolve into Ambipom. Go and look at the level up rate. It's fast. So what that means for us, we will get levels fast, but we will not gain a lot of stats when we level up. That's a trade-off of the fast growth rate, is you do get levels pretty quick. So if we had a great moveset, you get the moves faster. But we don't really have any huge benefit to that, other than just getting levels. It doesn't give you a lot of stats fast. So like a trade-off on that, if you go to slow growth rate, like Gyarados for example, you have to have a lot of experience to level up, but you get so much more bang for your buck with every level you evolve. We're going to go to the stats of this Pokemon while we're talking about that. HP is 55, attack is 70, defense is 55, special attack is 40, special defense is 55, and speed is 85 for a grand total of 360. Now most playthroughs, if you can hit the Pokemon fast, or hard and hit them fast before they can hit you, you're going to do well. So our low defense and low HP is hopefully not too much of a hindrance. Now, it was not really a hindrance in the last playthrough, but like I said, because we were fast, we could hit hard. But we're going to hit smarter this time. So we did a couple things in the last playthrough that I'm going to correct. This Pokemon is a normal type. Normal type have a huge advantage in this game because you can get the Pink Bow right after the first gym, which gives you a 10% boost in all normal attacks. And then once you beat Whitney, you get a 10% boost there as well. So very good. And then you also have 3 moves pretty early that you can progress through the game with. You get access to Swift and Union Cave, 60 base power, 90 with stab. You get access to Headbutt, which is 70 base power, 105 with stab. And then you get access to Return in Goldenrod City, and that's once it's maxed out with your friendship, it's 102 base power and it's 153 with stab. And then, like I said, you had the Pink Bow and you had a Whitney's Gym boost, and that's extremely good. And then also the first gym gives you an attack boost. So all those things do coincide with this being a very good Pokemon, at least a very good, all the things benefit the Pokemon and push it forward and give it an advantage in this game. Its stats do hold it back a little bit, and our moveset holds us back a smidge, but we're going to go over why we're going to change our moveset up this one. I do want to go over one other thing before I go over the moves. It's just our weakness. We do have neutral damage against everything except for one, and that's weakness to fighting. Now, some decisions made in the last playthrough were to counter the fighting type, and we're going to correct that in this, and I think we can do better. So let's go ahead and go over the moves of this Pokemon. Generation 2. So, honestly, the level up move set, we don't use any of it. We use Scratch and Tail Whip, and that's it. We don't use Sand Attack, Baton Pass, Fury Swipe, Swift, Screech, or Agility. We do technically use Swift, but not via level up. We do it via TM because we can get it faster, and we don't have to wait till level 27. So Scratch is a 40 base power move, 60 with stab, 100% accurate. And then we also have Tail Whip. That's it. We don't use Sand Attack. We don't use anything else. The TM moveset for this Pokemon is much better than its level up moveset, so we're going to go more in depth on that. And this is where all the changes get made with this Pokemon. The first move we can use is Dynamic Punch, and if you've seen any of my videos before, you know where it gets used. Against Red Snorlax, it's super effective, and it also confuses. The problem is it's actually 50%, so it can't always be used, and it's going to miss a lot. It's just not reliable in a playthrough with multiple battles, but it's good for that one boomer bust play you need against that one Pokemon that's just very annoying. Headbutt is a 70 base power move, 100% accurate. With stab, it's 105. It's a very good move. We go fast a lot, or go first a lot. We're very fast, so we'll use this and get the opposition to flinch, and it won't attack us as much. So that's the benefit of Headbutt, and you get it right after Bugsy's Gym. So it's very early in the game we get access to it. Curse is outlawed in my playthroughs. Toxic we're not going to use. Zap Cannon could be used, but we're probably not going to use it in this playthrough. Rock Smash not going to use. Now Hidden Power is something I want to go over, which is why I'm going to go ahead and show everyone this. So this is a program called PK Hex. This is how any kind of Pokemon, well, they can use other programs, but this is the one a lot of them do use. So this program lets you modify your stats of this Pokemon. So for example, we can just select the Pokemon, okay? It goes over its name, it goes over what it's holding. It starts out with a base 70 friendship, level 5, and then we can go over where we met it. But what we can also modify with this is this. This is how we modify our hidden power. The way hidden power works is based on where your distribution of stats is, dictates what you have. So in the last playthrough, we had flying. So hidden power flying was 70 base power move. Okay, it's a 70 base power move, and whenever we do that, it distributes our attack stat as 12. So you can max out what's called IVs at 15 with every. Now it doesn't like change your stats overall very heavily, but it does have a little bit of influence on what you have later in the game. So for example, if we were to go hit with one of these and go with dragon, that would change our stats, and then this changes our stats to start the game. For example, we do get a thing called EVs throughout the game. EVs are it's called earn values. It's when you beat a Pokemon, you get stats in one of their highest stats, and it helps improve our stats. So you can change this to whatever you want. Hidden power fire. You can change it to hidden power water, which is one of the worst ones. However, the one that matters the most to us is we want to go with hidden power dark. So hidden power flying, here's what hidden power flying did. Hidden power flying gave us 12 in attack, 13 in defense, and everything else is 15. So that wasn't too bad. HP was actually only 7, so that wasn't very good either. So that gives us a lesser attack, lesser defense, in one of the two stats that are the most important stats of this Pokemon, which is attack. So what we're going to do in this playthrough is we're going to go for hidden power dark. Hidden power dark gives you perfect IVs in every stat. So here's what the difference was there. So hidden power flying, where is it right there? So our attack stat is 13. And our defense stat is 11. Now, when I change this, it doesn't look like it's a huge, drastic change in a couple of those things. But our HP just went up. Our defense went up. So those things do change. But later in the game, this is effective because we are going to have a higher attack stat later in the game, which is going to coincide very well with our move set that we're going to add for this Pokemon. So that's the difference in this. It does make our stats different at the start of the game. But as we progress through the game, we also have better stats. It's going to carry through the game a lot further. But what it also does for us, it gives us hidden power dark, which there's not a lot of things weak to dark, but it does apply very quickly to Morty's gym. So we're going to use that. We're going to have to rely on returning other physical moves to beat other trainers like Chuck, and so on and so forth. So I thought hidden power flying would be useful in taking out Chuck. I also thought it'd be useful when it comes to facing the Elite Four. So when you face the Elite Four, let's go and get. When you face the Elite Four, you got to face Bruno, and Bruno has a lot of fighting Pokemon. He has one major fighting Pokemon that is very tough to get by and get through. So we're gonna have to deal with that another way than we did last time. Last time we did hidden power flying. It's 70 base power. We got Faulkner's boost, which made it 77 base power, and then we held the Sharp Beak, which makes it another 7.7, so about 85 base power move. And that's hitting flying or fighting type, and they're weak to it, but they also have good defense, and they also can take some hits. That's what they're designed for. So that's what we're going to do a bit different with hidden power. We're going to do hidden power dark. So we might not have this move very long, but while we have it, it will be very effective with what we use it for. Sunny Day, Snore, Protect, Endure, Frustration, Iron Tail, Thunder, all those won't be used. Returned obviously will be used, and we'll use this as soon as we can. It'll replace Headbutt as our primary normal attacking move. 102 base power when you max out Friendship. And then with Stab, it's 153 base power. It's very powerful. It's a very powerful move. And like I said, it gets boosted by Whitney's Gym, good attack stat, and the Pink Bow. So very good move. Now here's one big change we're making. Was not aware that Shadow Ball was physical. This is just an oversight on my part. It does. Let me know if it makes sense to you that a ghost type has physical damage rather than special damage. It's a ghost. Nothing should be physical with it. It's a ghost. But it does. And ghost type moves are physical, especially Shadow Ball. And that's a very powerful move that we can use against a lot of things in the game that I did not use in the last playthrough. So that's another change we're going to make. We're going to utilize Shadow Ball. It's actually going to make one of the Elite Four members completely obsolete. So that's going to be very useful for us. Mud Slap, we're probably not going to use because we have another thing we can use other than Mud Slap. But we'll probably use it maybe like 5 minutes, maybe a couple minutes in the game. But it's not a long-term solution. Double Team not going to use. Ice Punch, Thunder Punch, and Fire Punch will be used that have utility so we can use them. But we're not going to go all in like we did in the last playthrough. The last playthrough, we really went heavy on the Ice Punch, Thunder Punch, Fire Punch. Because I thought it'd be a little bit better. It does help with certain battles. Like, for example, Fire Punch definitely has a utility against Jasmine. Definitely has a use there, but it doesn't have a long-term use. And, like, Ice Punch does have a use against, like, some flying type. And it has definitely a use against Lance, who has Dragon type, and Claire, who has Dragon type. So there is, like, use for that. It's just not as important to have as the physical moves. This is a physical attacker, so all-inning on physical moves is better than all-inning on special moves, because our specials are worse stat. But it does have use. They're all 75 base power, all 100% accurate, and they will get used, but not to the degree I used them in the last playthrough. Swift is a move we will pick up, like I already went over it. 60 base power, 90 with stab, it never misses unless it's a ghost. And we do have other moves here that I wish we could use, like Dream Eater would be great, but we can't use it because we can't put a Pokemon to sleep. Detect, Rest, not going to use. Defense Curl, not going to use. Swagger, Sleep Talk, not going to use. Attract, not going to use. Thief, we don't get Thief, but we get Pursuit that we're going to add because it is an optimized playthrough. Thief would have been just as good. It's fine. Fury Cutter, Nightmare, Cut, and Strength all will not be used in this playthrough. So we're going to go over this. This is breeding moves. This is an optimized playthrough. In my rules, I can do one previous evolution move or an event move and a breeding move if I see fit, or if I see one that benefits us. I don't see one that really benefits us too much here. We're going to use Pursuit. Pursuit will actually make our second rival pretty easy because the ghosts are weak to dark type moves. So 40 base power, 100% accurate. It's not the greatest move. It only works well if someone switches out. I think it doubles its power when someone switches out. But really, there wasn't something. This optimized playthrough is really just about being smarter and coinciding with our stats. And one other thing I do want to go through is we do have a tutor move that we can get via it's Thunderbolt. Like I said, it goes off our special stat. So I'm not going to have too much with this that I'm going to invest in, but it will make a couple things easy. So yeah, we're going to get that. We're going to use that. It's 95 base power, 100% accurate. And with the Magnet, it gives another 10% boost, and we'll beat Surge eventually, and that'll make it a little bit more powerful. And then we could get an event move, which is Mimic, which I'm not going to use. It's not very useful in a playthrough. Not in Generation 2 at least. In Generation 1 it had huge utility, but now it doesn't. So let's go in and go back to this, and I'll give a prediction. I think the playthrough I did before, I got this in right under an hour and 50 minutes. So we want to get this in right around an hour and 30 minutes. I think we can do that. We just got to play smarter. Like, we didn't play smarter last time. Like I said, went way too far in on having special moves. When if we just invest in physical moves, we'll do a lot better. And I think we're going to get this done around an hour and 30 minutes. I want to get the Elite Four done just under an hour, just around an hour, maybe an hour and 10 minutes, somewhere in that range. And then, another 20 minutes to beat Kanto. And then beat Red. So I think that's what we can do. Let me know what you think in the comment section down below. But this is JD. This is JD's Nerdverse. And don't forget to check out the video on Friday. It's going to be optimized. It's going to be fun. We're going to have a much improved playthrough. I can guarantee that. But let me know what you think in the comment section down below. Have a good one, and I'll see you guys on Friday.